Have you ever felt like you were lost? Watching everyone around you move forward while you're stuck in the same place? Like you're drifting, not knowing what to do? If you've gone through this, or are going through it now, I have something that could change your life. Today I'm going to tell you how Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man himself, managed to escape a phase of complete despair, and by the end of this video, I'll give you the golden tip to help you find your way back too. So let's get straight to the point. Most of us at some point in life feel like castaways, lost on a mental island, waiting for a sign or for someone to come and save us. We sit there thinking, how did I end up here? What do I need to do to get out of this? If you're stuck in that cycle, know that you're not alone. Now, before we get into the solutions, let me tell you something you might not know. Robert Downey Jr., the actor everyone sees today as one of the biggest names in Hollywood, also went through a moment of total despair. During the 90s, he was completely lost. Addicted to drugs and alcohol, arrested several times, Downey Jr. watched his career and personal life sink. He was literally adrift. The question is, if he managed to escape that island of hopelessness and pain, what did he do differently? And how can his story inspire you to change your direction? Well, the first thing he did was admit he was lost. This is very important because most people try to hide or ignore the fact that they don't know where they're going. And my dear castaway, that only delays the process even more. Robert Downey Jr. was at the height of his career, but his personal life was a mess. Even though he was shining on the screen, he was broken inside. It was only when he finally acknowledged that he needed help that things began to change. Here's the first big lesson. No one can succeed in all areas of life at the same time. It's normal for your professional life to be going well while your physical or mental health is lagging, or for your love life to be great while work isn't. The point is, you don't have to be perfect at everything, but you do need to make sure that no area of your life falls to zero. You can't go to the gym 5 times a week? That's okay. Go once or twice. Can't visit your family often? That's fine. Make an effort to see them when you can. The important thing is that you're moving. Any effort is better than none. That's one of the biggest secrets to easing the pressure we put on ourselves. Now, back to Robert's story. After admitting he needed help, he started taking small steps. He went through a long process of rehabilitation, which involved not only detox, but also therapy and a change in lifestyle. And this brings us to the second important lesson. You need to take the first step, no matter how small it is. For Robert, the turning point was when he started practicing martial arts, specifically Wing Chun Kung Fu. This not only helped him channel his energy, but also brought discipline and balance to his life. This shows that besides facing his problems head-on, he added new, healthy habits to his routine. And here's another tip. Don't underestimate the power of creating new habits. Sometimes a small change in your day can have a huge impact later on. After getting himself back on track personally, he had to rebuild his career from scratch. Hollywood was still hesitant to work with him, but he started small, accepting minor roles, slowly rebuilding his confidence and image. It was a long process, but he didn't give up. And finally, the big break, the role of Tony Stark in Iron Man. And then, my dear castaway, you know what happened. Downey Jr. became the symbol of overcoming obstacles and success in Hollywood. Now, let me tell you what this means for you. You also need to start with the basics. No matter the size of the problem, you need to take the first step, whether it's starting a new exercise routine, taking an online course, improving your professional skills, or even sending that message you've been putting off. The key is to move. And here's the golden tip I promised. Be obsessed with improving, even if it's just a little every day. It doesn't have to be a huge change. Do one small thing that can move you in the right direction. These things add up. And over time, you'll realize that the first step, which seemed insignificant, was what started to change your life. Now, one important thing. No one is going to solve your problems for you. Don't wait for a magical solution, for someone to show up out of nowhere to rescue you. If you stay still, tomorrow will be the same as today. Life won't improve on its own. What makes the difference is what you do now. Your future self will thank you for starting today. If you look at your life as a construction project, understand that success comes from small bricks laid one by one, day after day. Just like Robert Downey Jr. had to climb step by step, you can too. And now the big question, what are you going to do today to get off your island? The journey doesn't start with one big action, but with that first step, which may seem small now, but later on will be the turning point. It could be sending a message, signing up for a course, or even taking a walk around the block. The important thing is to start. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on how to break out of the cycle of indecision and doubt, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. And let me know in the comments, what's the first step you're going to take today? Let's do this together because we're all castaways sometimes, but we can make it off this island.